That is his first foul of the game. Right wing. Here's on to Tacumbo. Misses from short range.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The Bucks on top. They lead by 2. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
On the wing, Johnson and Iguodala. Green at the 4 with Lee at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Andre Iguodala is perhaps the premier wing defender in the league. Dre himself said, "I used to always joke with my coaches, I could play defense in my sleep. But it's not just natural ability," he said. "There's another me in the league. They have the same things. Long arms, quick feet, and they can defend. They just choose not to do it." Kevin?
It comes from within, Doris. Thank you.
The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and a lot of great passers, too.
Looking for Lee, gets it there. To the inside. Here's Thompson. Count the bucket. Thompson's got 6.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And you watch the Warriors, Clark. They're having fun playing out there. Great chemistry on the floor and in the locker room.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a college atmosphere.
It does.
I mean, their harmony and chemistry is outstanding. A lot of youthful enthusiasm. And remember, despite their success, this is still one of the youngest teams in the league.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Now, here's Thompson. He has 6. No good on the triple. Here's Mayo. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. O.J. Mayo in his 7th year in the NBA really just seems he's never been able to truly improve, guys, from his rookie year.
Well, yeah, if anything, last season he took a big step backwards, Kevin. I mean, with his field goal percentage, passing, his rebounding all down, I'm not sure he was in great shape either.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in, and then for Milwaukee. Larry Sanders is checked in for John Henson, and Knight subbed in for Jared Bayless. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets. And the Milwaukee Bucks took a bit of a gamble on O.J. Mayo's upside with that 3-year, $24 million deal last season. The early returns, somewhat discouraging, but let's see how it plays out the rest of the way before we make the final judgment.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Kendall Marshall's checked in for O.J. Mayo. It's Curry outside from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 11 points.
Mayo's disappointing season was crystallized in a much-circulated video of him bending over to tie his shoelace while the other team went 5-on-4. He's got talent, but sequences like that have to be cause for concern.
Here's Curry. After the basket by Larry Sanders. Thompson misses.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Lee.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Here's Marshall. The teardrop falls in.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah. In fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Marshall. Knight for 3. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got his third rebound on the night. Iguodala's drive. And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for David Lee. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here is Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
You know, Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA now.
A minute 20 left now here in the second. He sinks the 11-footer. Livingston's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch him, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Milwaukee, Henson's checked in for Sanders. And Walters checks in for Brandon Knight. Offensive rebound.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Rush gets the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded closely. Pass to Middleton. From downtown, Warriors with the rebound. Barnes has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Green. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top as they wrap up the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here with David Lee. And David, tell us what your approach was defensively in this game tonight.
Well, we made some mistakes here and there. Our biggest thing is if we don't turn the ball over, I think we're going to be okay. They got a couple easy buckets in transition.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
How about O.J. Mayo in this one? 12 points and a steal.
Warriors leading by 4. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Wright and Mayo man the backcourt. And it's Parker in at the small forward position. Now here's Parker. Andrew Bogut unable to get his shot to go. From past the arc. That's good. 8 points for Parker.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them.
Ersan Ilyasova struggling through a rough season in 2013-14. Probably the worst shooting of his career, really. His rebounding also fell off. Those were the strengths of his game. He's got to find it again. He's got to bring that effort and energy back to the game.
And here is Mayo. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Now the dish tonight. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Lee. Lee's got 3 assists now in this one. And Ilyasova with a big contract now. He's had 2 very good seasons over the last couple of years.
And Kevin, you know, the question will be, was that the high water mark for his career, or can Ilyasova find a way to get back to that level of production? Time will tell.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season at Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there for him.
Now here's Curry. He's got 11. Passes it to Bogut. Ball's knocked loose. Thompson right side. The tray. Rebound, Milwaukee. Ilyasova's got 5 rebounds tonight. We talk about Brandon Knight's scrappiness. He ended up on some posters trying to make the right defensive play.
Yeah, I think you and everybody else remembers that DeAndre Jordan dunk. But you got to give him credit. He was trying to make a defensive play and ended up getting posterized. But I like his effort at that end of the floor.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Thompson outside from outside the arc. And it's Thompson again missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. A nice shot by Knight.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
Kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Knight passes to Sanders. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Here's Curry. 11 points in the game. Well, the Bucks last season with one of the worst records guys in the NBA, almost despite themselves.
Yeah, a rare high draft pick for a team that's never shown much appetite for rebuilding. Now they find themselves with some gifted young talent.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Here's Ilyasova, and that one hits back iron.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
It's Curry outside, and Sanders pulls it down.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
And the free throw, no good.
Brandon Knight last season traded for the other Brandon Jennings. They swapped teams, and Knight ended up with the Bucks. So far, so good. Knight over 2 years younger, and he had his best season yet.
Curry with a wide open look.
And you can tell they've really picked up the energy and the intensity here in the second half defensively.
Mayo into the lane. Parker kicks to Knight. Back to Parker. Tries again. Here's Sanders. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And the Warriors miss again.
And for Knight last season, you know, he upped his rate of scoring and assists, all while lowering his turnovers. That's a nice combination there. Showing promise as the Bucks' point guard of the future, perhaps. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
And that is good.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
And Brandon Knight regarded as something of a combo guard coming into the league. A shooting guard's game, Steve, and a point guard's body.
Yeah, but it's encouraging to see his progress, you know, improving his assist-to-turnover ratio every season, and with his work ethic, I think he has a chance to make that adjustment to the point guard position.
Mayo and Thompson sends it back. For the 3. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Knight with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for David Lee. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here's Walters. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now, here's Thompson. 17 points in the game. Connects from three-point range. Thompson's got 11 points in the quarter.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
Walters dishes to Middleton, and he makes good on the layup.
They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that has gone entirely their way.
Again, the miss by Thompson.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Livingston passes to Thompson. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Thompson's got 13 points in the second half. From deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Bucks lead by 6. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And, Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for a shooter is, as you well know, huge.
Yeah, no question.
Here's Walters. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Draymond Green is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Livingston in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors' foul.
Nate Walters with an impressive rookie season for a second-round pick. Started about half of the season for the Bucks. And I thought played with great composure, especially for a young player.
And both free throws good for Walters. And Walters, a low mistake rookie, took care of the ball and set up his teammates.
You know, he focused really on making the simple play, and that's a good lesson for youngsters. Trying to find your way into the league and get opportunities, contribute, and don't make mistakes.
He feeds it to Bayless. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Couldn't get that three-pointer to fall. Trying to respond.
Here's Barnes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. But he didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The playing time just wasn't there.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Markers checked in for Milwaukee. Mayo comes in for Jared Bayless.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position. And I remember that run for Barnes. He would play as a stretch forward and looked unguardable at times in their series against the Nuggets and then the Spurs. Definitely was hoping for more of that this past season.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Well, the frustrated Steve is,
well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
jumps up.
Unbelievable.
Do that. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Steve?
Yeah, that's right, guys. The lead has now changed hands 5 times.
You know, for Barnes, it was an awkward place for him to be, and they brought in Iguodala, and he was moved to the bench. A lot of people thought that that'd be a boon for him, so he'd be more focused on the offensive side of things with that second unit in particular and could really thrive.
Yeah, and the change in role and adjusting to being the first option with the second unit, I think was overwhelming for him. And, you know, I think you have to remember Barnes is still a very young player, a lot of room for growth, very talented, very skilled, and he's going to get a lot better.
Here's Walters. Screen by Sanders. Shot off the screen, and he gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 1. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bucks.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
A nice shot by Walters. And now a 3-point Bucks lead.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Brandon Knight.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. Sanders with the ball. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. And that one's good. And that's 15 points for Parker.
Good defense, but up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Iguodala.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, if things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Now, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 30 points.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
A shot by Knight, no good.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
That one from long range. And now just a 1-point Bucks lead.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Drop it like it's hot. 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 Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Get an attitude. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Got the wheel.
Ilyasova kicks to Mayo. And he banks in the layup. And the Bucks lead by 3.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Back to Curry. Pass to Thompson to tie it up. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Bogut dishes to Thompson to take the lead. Here's Lee. Gets the go-ahead bucket. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
Parker with the steal. Outside Mayo. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Mayo hits them both.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar. Right, Steve?
Pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, just everybody getting involved.
Oh, that is a massive shot. You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ilyasova sets a screen for Knight. Parker passes to Mayo. Goes up at the stripe. Misses off the right iron. Now Curry. Iguodala kicks to Curry. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and polish it off.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his third personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 6. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Well, there's a little bit of time here to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Very much so. Either way you cut it, they're going to need a pair of threes and some help at the other end as well.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. So he can't get either to fall. Here's Knight. No good. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Both teams played well, but these guys...
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin.